Let's dive into the world of graded cards, shall we? One big 30% of you that have not smashed the ever-living crap out of that subscribe button, smash it so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. It's the world of grading cards dying? No, but I think we're starting to see that that backup actually. Well, people are grading less cards at the moment. So this is what is going to be your April 23 or 2023 data over here, which is sourced from GemRate, which is just everything that's effectively that they've been able to dig up via sourced data versus kind of everything. So 99% of all statistics are made up on the spot. No, I mean, yeah, usually, I don't know. We're here to just look at numbers and see how things are kind of holding up here. So PSA still remains king. 1.2 million total graded cards. I think that's kind of cool, actually. That is a 0% change from March 2023. We'll take a look at March 2023 data here and kind of give you a little bit of an idea what's going on over there. SGC, 94K graded cards, down 22% actually. That's kind of interesting. That's a 22% might not be a huge drop, but it's a little bit interesting. Certified collectibles group, about 57K. Pop report maintenance, down 32%. 32% for 1 month. Well, I mean, March, April is kind of tax season, so maybe people didn't want to spend as much money, but people also have tax money coming back in, so maybe that's something to really consider. But this is an interesting one. Back it down here, 56K total graded cards, down 21% from March. Now, I took a little bit of a look at this, and I mean, PSA, I mean, once again, is like, they're kind of the authority on things. I mean, the other graded companies, between, like, I think Beckett for the Black Label is pretty prestigious according to a lot of people, and then, you know, PSA might not have like the best looking label at the end of the day, but PSA is like the essential one that I would at least go with. I'm not knocking the other companies or anything like that. It's just people will always have a preference when it comes to these things. When you look at the Pokemon community, for example, you see a lot of people that use these like no-name grading companies out here because they're cheap. All right, and if PSA's charging you $20 to get a crap ton of cards graded, whether or not it be bulk or things like that, I mean, it's definitely something. One interesting thing that I will say about this, though, since these numbers are all feeling like they're down pretty consistently here, you could see a pretty interesting sale across the board here for these. Maybe they want to try to up revenue. Maybe they offer a particular sale. Maybe that's going to be something that you're, if you continue to track this over time, you could see, you know, maybe Beckett open up and, hey, you know, for a week only here, you know, we'll give you a discount if you submit stuff, kind of get numbers going up here. I don't know, that's always a huge possibility as to things that they can do overall. So I would keep that in mind. Now we're going to look at March. We're going to shift on over here to March and kind of show you how things are looking. So PSA had total graded 1.22 million, which is up 22% for February. That's pretty decent, right? Like, when you can see a consistent push up like that. SGC had 121K cards graded, which was up 31% from previous month of February. Certified Collectibles Group had 84K about, but they were down 17%, which is kind of an interesting thing that you could see a secondary drop back here in terms of things. And then Beckett back here was up 11% with 71K total graded cards. Now, overall, I don't think that that's bad. I mean, looking at March data, everything looks pretty positive across the board here. You are seeing what appears to be pretty consistent overall plussing here for this. I mean, honestly, when you kind of get into the world of graded cards, you got to understand, like, this is where the collector / investor class literally lurks. They live here because this is the chance for them to turn a profit. Simple as that. Especially in terms of like Pokemon cards and things like that. Oh man, the absolute world of Pokemon is a very, very scary monster. So you do got to kind of keep in mind when you're looking at these numbers, and like how much of a dump on this is this from Pokemon? How much did Pokemon investor class dump into this particular set, or and how much they dump into the grading companies during the month? Was there a release or overall something to really consider at that point? Back to the overall topic here, now that we've kind of showcased both sets of data and you've had a little bit of an idea of what's going on here. Is the world of grading dying? No. I think now that we've had more time for things to kind of settle, I think we're reaching that point that a lot of people thought we would have hit quite some time ago, where you see things start to slow down. Now, I'm not trying to discourage you from getting anything graded. No. That's not the point. I'm saying once things start to slow down, you will see more opportunities from these companies wanting to raise numbers. Now, unfortunately, if you are looking at PSA and you're like, oh boy, I can't wait for like a PSA sale. I mean, there will probably be a time where PSA will do a sale again to want to raise numbers, but if they're keeping things consistent across the board, they don't really need to go, hey, special promotion, come on in, give us your stuff to get graded. No, they don't have to do that. At most, them opening up the door would be just to get summer sales rolling, kind of get people in the door and get new customer base going. But if you're pumping out 1.2 mil versus these other companies that, struggling, it looks like 50K copies of stuff to get graded. Now to the average person watching this video, I'll answer the question for you. What is the point in getting cards graded? Why do you care? Well, here's the thing. Having things that you enjoy as collectibles, being able to stare at them, have them on display, people enjoy that sorts of thing. Trading cards, there are functionalities to them to be able to play them, but there's also displayability and, getting something verified that it's real. You'd be surprised the amount of people that want to get things authenticated, or just to be able to have, hey, this is verified that this is real, like, holy crap, like I pulled like this prize Charizard, for example, out here. But then, back in 2020, you had a lot of people that were just trying every which way that they could just to get, bulk graded because it was the thing to do. The trading card game world is still on cooldown from that era. I don't think a lot of people have realized this yet because, a lot of people just look at everything and like, oh, things are calming down in price, but the trading card game world it's still recovering from, the biggest chicken tendies that we've ever seen. And now that, a small snapshot of data showing that there's a little bit of that expected downtick here. We'll have to take a look and see how May kind of holds up here in terms of the world of graded cards. Like I said, I'm a complete and utter noob when it comes to this stuff. I just like looking at data, seeing that, things there was a smaller chunk of things, means that there's probably an opportunity to jump in and see, hey, maybe one of these companies is going to offer a special sale at some point. I think that this is also kind of an indicator that not so much like the economy is doing bad, but you are at that start where you're heading on into summer. People are, planning for vacations now. That excess money that people didn't have for, planning vacations and stuff, they're putting it back into vacations, which means less people are buying trading cards. Less people are sending in stuff to get graded. All right, you're back at the point now where the trading card market feels like it did in 2018, 2019. That level of normalcy that we have long since, been used to seeing at this point in time, kind of returning at this point. So, very intrigued to see where things go from here. Very interested to see, how many people actually get stuff graded down here. if you have like one graded card, even if you got it from like one of the mystery boxes, I mean, you have a nice little piece in your collection. That's something for you to really consider in terms of, you know, enjoyability. So kind of keep that in mind, that if you're looking at any of these companies, I personally recommend PSA. If you can. Beckett Black Labels, though, are gorgeous. If you can get, you know, 10s across the board, they are really, really, really sought after in a lot of communities, from what I've seen. But PSA is honestly, I think, kind of like the more standard. I believe CGC has been fairly newer to the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! As of late, but I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing. So kind of keep that in mind. Do some research if you're planning on getting stuff graded, though. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And let me tell you, the world of graded cards on eBay, just look up some of this stuff. It's very interesting. Peace out, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.